wow. I have almost got no words for how that game just ended. First half, first 27 seconds, we put the ball in the back of the net. Jadon Sancho's offside. Nice start. Then you get a quick bam-bam from Sabitzer. Excellent off-the-ball movement. Brilliant link-up play between him and Anthony Martial. And you're like, oh, yes, Manchester United are actually going to beat Sevilla for once, right? No, we're not going to beat Sevilla for once. This happens. And not only is it this happened, it's like the whole world just crumbled down around us, didn't it? Jesus. Martinez going off of an injury. Varane going off of an injury. Harry Maguire heading it into his own net. Malacia grabbing an OG. You've gone from 2-0 up at half-time. Could have been more, honestly. Anthony's at the inside of the post and everything. And Anthony's going left and right around people. What a day to be alive. You've gone, all of this stuff has gone positive in your life. Second half, moonwalk this. And then, yeah, the subs weren't great. Was the attitude of the players right? We've been so much better in the second half against teams that it's rare to see United come out and have a worse second half than the first half, even if the first half was good, because we've just always stepped it up. Whatever they do at half-time, whatever the analysis team notices, whatever Ten Hag says to them, clearly, generally, has a positive impact in the second half of games, because United typically go on and do more in the second half than we do in the first. However, that didn't happen today. What happened? Well, we capitulated. Varane was a worry. Ooh, that's a bit iffy going into the final running of the season. Martinez stopping while no one's around him. Robbie Savage seemed to go on about the Achilles for a weird amount of time. To me, it looked like looked like he was holding the outside of his foot, which might suggest a metatarsal maybe, which the fact he was sobbing on the side of the pitch does not bode well for either situation, does it? I have no idea what he's done. He could have tweaked an ankle. He could have done a metatarsal. It could have been an Achilles. It could have been something else that none of us are aware of. Either way, that did not look good. And Martinez potentially not being available for any part of even if he's missing a little bit of the running, let alone if it's serious. The way he carried him off, it did not look like it was a minor injury, did it? That is a massive, massive issue. Not sure what the situation is with Varane. I'm sure the first things that Ten Hag's about to get asked about is talk to me about the injuries. Add that to Marcus Rashford. Add that to the fact that we're trying to fucking tease Anthony Martial back into starting games and being effective for us. And it started so well with him. He actually came on, did bits, looked great. Oh, nice. This is all positive. Start thinking about our semi-final spot. Everything was going well. And in 45 minutes, and not just that, as it gets into the 90th minute, there just seems to be a lack of control, lack of confidence, lack of knowing what to do to be able to shut the door, to be able to just hold on to that lead. We now have to go to Seville, to the people who basically run this Europa League racket, and try and get a result in Spain. Shit. I don't know about the confidence I have for us to do that. And I want to sit here and talk about how Sabitzer's off-the-ball running was mega. How Anthony Martial's link play was going to be transformative. How a lot of people was talking about, I've just seen the future in Harry Kane in this team is fucking mint. And I did not disagree with that sort of sentiment. Now I have to sit here and think, fucking hell. How do we get through that semi-final in a couple of weeks? Or a week, whenever it is. Week and a half. How do we get through the second leg of this tie? How the hell does our season finish strongly, missing Rashford, possibly 2 first-choice defenders? I don't think Maguire was bad when he came on. But again, his lack of fucking scanning puts him in a stupid place. The ball hits him in the face. Now, that happens. It usually happens when a defender's actually going for something. He had no idea what was happening. Malacia's, it happens. Own goals happen. I'm not going to blame them for the result. It just fucking sucks, doesn't it? What happens now? Is it too giddy to say the season's over? Yeah, I think it's a bit giddy to say that. We do still have players in the squad that can play in defence. Again, the midfield did look good until it started to crumble. The midfield was looking good. Why didn't we push for the third? Why did we not push for the third? That's what's going to haunt us. Does Erik ten Hag take a bit of the blame for this one? I'm sure he's gonna. I'm sure that's definitely going to be happening. Was it something that they could prevent from the sideline? Was it something that you expect the on-field players to deal with? What did they change at half-time? Because the lack of control from the second half versus the first half was very, very noticeable and actually fairly problematic, I would suggest. Where did our control go? Was it too many changes? Was it too many specific changes? Was it a change in attitude and tempo? Was it trying to give minutes to people while the game actually, especially in a European tie that's still got a second leg, even if they'd have only scored one, it's a massive lifeline for them going into the second. This was a game that you really like. When you're on top to that level, you got to just say, do you know what? You got to go and finish it off there, and then you maybe even twist a little bit and try and get 3, 4, 5 goals, completely finish the tie in the first leg, and then go with a tactic of absolutely not, we're not going to concede when we go away. And you could do that, and you could rest specific players around that game and plan for that game effectively. But you can't do that when you start making changes in the first leg, and not saying it's because of those changes, but the first leg then descends into, oh, you've conceded one. Now there's only a goal in it, and now they've just equalised in injury time. Oh shit, we're missing Bruno Fernandes in the second leg. As soon as that happened, maybe it would have been a case of, right, let's get this thing won. 3, 4 goals to the good, because we was more than capable of doing that. I don't think that's out the realm of possibility to say United could have gone on and won that game 3 or 4-0 tonight. Get this game completely put to bed, and then we'll just toss it off in the second leg. You could have done that rather than tossing it off in the second half. Now you've got injuries. Now you've got suspensions. Now you're going to have to try and patch a team together that goes to Spain, to Sevilla, who Sevilla have got. Do you like when the Champions League anthem happens and Real Madrid turn into like some mad cyborgs that don't lose games? That's what happens to Sevilla when this fucking tune no one knows with the Europa League kicks in. Oh man, I'm worried. It's just like a shit way to end what's been a very, very positive season with so many high points. It feels like it's kind of going to pot a little bit. Fucking hell.